Welcome duelists, Potato here, not a doctor, and today we're gonna do the new science. Today we're gonna talk about World Chalice. This was actually informed by somebody named Lucio. Lucio, shout outs to Lucio, just also a streamer. I'll put the link in the description as well. And the tutorial we're gonna talk about, because honestly this is a really complicated combo deck in my opinion, since I only got this far. I will explain this at the end of in the conclusion, but this is going to be a long intro. So I'm gonna show you 2 turns of the combo play and what can happen. I will show in the conclusion the setbacks that it can happen, and I know that something happened to the skill recently, so we're gonna talk about that as well in the conclusion. So without further ado, today we will figure out World Chalice tutorial, how to play it and do the combos. Send off to the deck. So without further ado, like the video, comment if you're new, subscribe, share it with your friends. Actually, don't share it. This will be obsolete after you watch it. So let's go. Okay, so this is gonna be the first one. It's against an NPC, and in this one we go first. This is so it explains what happens during the duel. Okay, so this is your opening hand, and usually you if you have this in your hand, there's you need to summon this card. Why? Because usually we will have to use the card to draw 2 in order for us to make the even more plays, because more cards you have, the more you will be able to do the combo on getting the World Chalice. You will see in a moment. So this is our draw. We summon the Spellbook Magician of Prophecy. We get the Spellbook of Knowledge. We can activate this, and we can just send Spellbook of Secrets to the grave and draw 2 cards. Now, once you have that, you activate Spellbook of Secrets, grab the Spellbook of the Master. In here, as I mentioned, we can just activate Spellbook of Knowledge, this, draw 2, then we can activate the skill. The skill automatically has the ability to set up Labyrinth Wall. So activate Spellbook of Knowledge, activate Labyrinth Builder, return 2 cards, and Labyrinth Builder is right there. Now with Labyrinth Builder on the field, you will be able to link summon Imduk. Now the effect of Imduk is that you will be able to normal summon an additional time. And the other thing is that since we have the World Chalice, like I said, usually you have to normal summon the World Chalice. If you special summon it, it won't be able to trigger its other effect. If this normal summon set card leaves the field, you can special summon 2 World Chalice monsters from your deck, except World Legacy World Chalice. So that's why we need it. And activate, summon, and then we're gonna link 2 into Security Dragon. The reason that we're using Security Dragon here is because it has the ability to point down. At the end of the combo, we need to summon World Chalice Ib, and we need to summon Firewall Dragon so we can have follow-up and disruptions. Now, so we summon that. World Chalice effect will activate. Now here we're gonna summon Lee, the World Chalice Fairy, and the Guard Dragon. Guard Dragon's effect is important here since it will allow us to make the second Imduk that we have in the deck. Alright, are you up on this? I know that it's going too fast, but it is a detail step here. So then activate Lee. We're gonna get a second World Chalice. The reason is that on the next turn, if the opponent summons a monster, or any monster is summoned into the extra monster zone, you can tribute the card and simply get rid of it. Now, once this happens, we will make another Link 2, and this is where we make Eve the World Chalice Priestess, and that's why we need it at the bottom. And the reason it's Security Dragon is because it's pointing up. It has pointing down. If there's another monster that you can get, another Link monster that points down, you can also use that. But at the moment, the list that they gave me had the Security Dragon. So if you don't have Security Dragon, don't worry. On April 30th, 2023, they will give Security Dragon in a main box, so you can test it yourself. Now, World Chalice Guard Dragon will revive. Now, the reason of the Guard Dragon is that, and we have Ib here, is because the normal monster will be special summoned on a link that it points to. So Ib has to have nothing on the field. So be wary of that. That if you don't have if you have a monster pointing to Ib on the right or left, basically what will happen is that it won't be able to trigger. So just be careful with that. So with the Labyrinth Wall again, we make the second Imduk. Now we will link 3 to make Ningirsu. Now Ningirsu's effect will activate here. Unfortunately, we don't have another monster in hand, but we will do it. The reason being is that since Imduk was sent to the grave, we can special summon World Chalice from our hand. Now, Ningirsu's effect will activate, Imduk's effect will activate. This will summon the World Chalice here, and Ningirsu's effect is that draws cards equal to the number of World Chalice monster this card points to. That's why we need the Link monsters in the main monster zone. So we're gonna draw 2, drawing 2, and then we will send Ningirsu and the Chalice to make Firewall Dragon. Now we do have a Guard Dragon here, and Guard Dragon, you will see in a moment what it does. So we're gonna end there. They summon the Sonic Duck, enemy controller. Now, enemy controller will target Firewall Dragon, since when if it points to another monster, she cannot be targeted. So here we actually send World Chalice Guard Dragon. Since it targets a Link monster, we are able to send it like a hand trap, and basically negates the effect and destroys it. And with that ends its turn. Now, World Legacy Succession, it targets a monster in your graveyard, special summon it to a Link zone, to a zone that a Link monster points to. We're just gonna summon the monster here. And that's when we attack and just finish the game here. So if there were cards on the field, we could basically take out one of the cards on the opponent's. We can return a card to the hand, and also we can remove. You need to be careful with disruptions. So just be aware of that. So let's go to the second turn. I made a replay as well with second turn. So let's go and do that. Okay, so this is the second turn. So we're gonna go second here. And like I said, this is an AI, so it's just a tutorial. If you learn about turn 1, turn 2, it's just making sure you can actually do stuff. So we go for a turn. Here, since I do not have a spellcaster in the hand, we don't have the spellbook monster, we are not able to send the cards. So what I did here is I returned Chalice and Guard Dragon. Does it matter? Actually, I was hoping that when we did the Ningirsu effect, we would draw one of them, so that way I could, or a spellbook card, so I can activate the thing. Because remember, the spellcaster needs to be on the field, or if we have a spellbook card in the hand, we can just activate it. Okay, so we're gonna go a little bit fast here. Lee, summon, get the Guard Dragon back. And this was the reason Labyrinth Builder got a nerf. Yes, it got a nerf. So we go into the World Chalice, summon it. Once again, remember what happened. Imduk has the ability to make an extra normal salmon for a World Chalice. So what we did is tribute the Lee for the Chalice, then Imduk and Chalice make Security Dragon, and once again, World Chalice will activate its effect to special summon the 2 from the deck. So World Chalice, summon the Lee and Guard Dragon. We're gonna make Ib here. Making Ib, banishing the Guard Dragon, making again the World Chalice here. Making the Link 3 Ningirsu. We're gonna special summon the Guard Dragon from the hand, draw 2. We got the spellbook. See what happened there? So we got the spellbook, the spellbook of the master, and with that we can draw 2 cards. This way, what it was so broken, because Labyrinth Wall simply one skill literally makes this. So we activate Spellbook of Secrets to grab the Spellbook of Fate. I didn't show it in the turn 1, but you can also get this card. Basically what it does is, if you control a spellcaster type monster, which if the World Chalice Priestess is, you can activate the effect. If you have one spellbook, you can banish one spellbook to return a spell trap on the field to the hand. You can change one monster on the field if you have 2. And if you banish 3, banish 1 card on your opponent controls. Now, this banish thing doesn't target, so you can easily banish any of the cards here on the opponent's side of the field, unless they're immune to non-targeting effects. Activate, banish 3, we do that, and then I activate Ningirsu's effect. I could go into Firewall Dragon here, and could have just returned the monster to the hand, but at the moment it doesn't matter, unless they have something additional here. But we're going for game here, so even if they have Kiteroid, we have the DD Crow. DD Crow could just banish the Kiteroid, and we will still have an extra turn to go with. So what we do here is just send the card and attack directly for game. Now this is only because we're playing against the AI. It's different when you play against players, and I would like to show gameplay of that, but like I said, they seriously did something to the skill, and I will talk about it in the conclusion. So without further ado, this is the combos made for it. Let's go to the conclusion. I will talk about the deck that I was recommended, and I will tell you my story about it. So let's go. So here's the deck. This is the deck that I was recommended. Once again, shoutouts to Lucio for recommending this. Sadly, Labyrinth Builder will be nerfed between May 10th and May 13th, 2023. The reason being that what's the skill gonna be changed to is that shuffle 2 cards from the hand into the deck to create Labyrinth Wall on your side of the field. What's the restriction? You cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn. So you can still normal summon, but that's completely useless. I think Labyrinth Builder, it lost consistency, but I think Labyrinth Builder is still playable. You can easily go into the World Chalice and probably set face downs. I don't know. But it's not something that I can figure out right at the moment. We're getting a new box, and probably this deck won't be relevant anymore. But it was fun to play nevertheless. So this is the deck. It had 1 GD Crow in case you played against Phantom Knights or cards that go into the graveyard, like Hero. Right now Hero is gonna be a deck to be claimed with because of Miracle Fusion. Spellbook Magician Prophecy, 2 copies. So for more consistency, now you will have a 2 in 20 chance to get it. Let me tell you something about the Spellbook Magician. Literally, it cost me a lot of gems. We're getting to, and that was basically the only card I needed. Because these ones, I got them with gems. Since I got one of them and I wasn't getting the first one, so I reset the box, try it again, and got the second copy. So that was a thing. So those were the 4 cards that I needed to finish the deck. It was pain, but I can't believe that everything goes to the trash just because the game decided that they needed to nerf the skill. So World Chalice Guard Dragon, 3 World Chalice, 2 Lee for the search. The other thing here is World Legacy Succession. It revives a monster. Draw 2. Forbidden Lance, in case they want to disrupt you, because this is the problem with the deck. It can easily be disrupted. Book of Moon, anything in particular, except when you activate the skill. We have the Spellbook Searcher. We already talked about Spellbook of Fate in the video, and this is the one that we didn't talk about it. Basically what it does, it copies a spellbook card in the grave and it activates it. That's it. That's all it does. But you need to reveal another spellbook card in order for you to make the activation. Now, and for links, you will use mostly all of them. Making the combo takes 3, 4, 5, 6 of the 8 link summoning. Now, if there's a way that you can just win the game on turn 3, you can also use Rastaliger. Rastaliger is basically access code. If you don't know what access code is, it's better for you to not know what it is. Unless you play Master Duel. You can target one link monster in the graveyard. This card gains attack equal to that target's attack until the end of this turn. Contribute any number of your monsters this card points to. Destroy an equal number of cards on the field. Non-targetable are, by the way, and you can only use the effect of Raster Liger once per turn. So you have 2 effects there. And the last one is Unicorn. Basically, you can just go into your monsters, and the focus is making Firewall, have Ib on the field, Spellbook of Fate, either have Guard Dragon in the hand or Forbidden Lance. If you have those cards right there, those 2 Link monsters and 2 face downs with a hand trap, or maybe you can 1 card and the hand trap, you're good. If it's turn 2, honestly, you can go into any play as long as you don't get disrupted. You don't have to go into Firewall to return. You can easily go to Nightmare Unicorn, discard a card. If you don't go for Ordering Years to effect, you can also go into Raster Liger, like I said, and simply activating the effects. That's all you need to know. But yeah, let me know what you think. Also, Rip skill. If you're watching this video right now, you only have 13 to 16 days to play the deck. So if you can get to COG before May 10th to the 13th, you're good to go. But until then, this is a combo deck that actually is interesting. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, and if you have more suggestions, once again, everything, the contact is in the description. And if you wanna do for more Science Time, consider entering the Discord, and you can ask questions there. I will try to get in contact with you. So until next time, this is Potato signing out, and happy nerf of the Labyrinth Builder. Goodbye.